look at Alikino's burst again. I think it has everything. Every criteria that we go for. Character moment, the iconic thing, and cool background, camera movement, character model movement. It's definitely up there. Yelan seems what? Yelan in B tier? You gotta be kidding me. I'd be disappointed. What is there to disappoint about? This is looking at things critically from a very artistic perspective. Anything that is fan service, we ignore. We judge them fairly in the name of art. That dirty on my boy Chai's burst animation. That was just one of the few patches that Hoyoverse started releasing Genshin. It is what it is. The burst animation has been improving. I think among the early characters, only Zhongli has a very interesting burst animation. Every other 5-star, say Jin, say Mona, Hu Tao, Venti is not even having a cool burst animation. It's just him shooting an arrow. He deserves better. I mean, I could say the same about any 1.x character in general. They deserve better. There are a lot of characters deserve better animation. I guess Ganyu is somewhat interesting. There was at least a change in camera angle, and then we're looking at the power of destruction that was killing monster passively without even having to do anything. I mean, Kazuha is a 1.6 character, I remember, and his burst animation is cool. Actually, we can look at that right now. Just look from which point does burst animation become cool. Their look is okay, I guess. They look similar to Ilya. Still weird animation, still so-so animation. Zhongli is starting to be a step up. He's cool. Xiao is okay, but there's some creativity with the mask, I guess. Kazuha is the moment where it starts to become interesting. Ayaka, there's some like sword going away kind of animation, so that's cool. And then Raiden, yeah, I think from this point onward, the 5-star burst animation is starting to become more interesting. And I mean, of course, Natlan characters' bursts are just starting to be on another level. I guess from Alikino's burst, it's already starting to be more animation involved and not just a camera angle anymore. Chlorine, same. Sichuan, thanks to the background of cutie stuff, I guess. Emily is so-so. Mulaney, there's the shark thingy, and every Natlan character is just very cool in general. Genshin burst tier list when? Actually, that's a cool idea. That's a cool idea, actually. Or let's do that right now. Right here. Emerge. Who could that be? Boom. Tier list burst animation. Here, Micah. It's gonna be me. Let's go. Burst tier list. Who's the best? Vote now. Who is the best? And we are only rating for the character that actually has a burst animation, right? So most of the 4 stars not gonna have burst animation. For some reason, Barbara has burst animation. Alikino S tier. Raiden Shogun S tier. Kinich goes Ben 10 for Novelet S tier. Yeah, there are a lot of contender. I agree with Alikino. We have to be picky about S tier here. Like the burst has to be cool at the same time, but also representative of the character, right? In that sense, actually, Novelet burst, the animation is not much, but it's absolutely majestic and it represents his character correctly. So I'm also gonna put him in S tier. Raiden is a slightly dated burst. I would not say it is S tier. It is not much. The camera is not even changing. It's just a focus on her face as she pulls a sword out. I'm gonna say, okay, hold on. Let's establish the highest point first, and let's establish the lowest point. So we have a spectrum of where to put characters on. Let's establish the lowest point for the burst. So every other characters we can put in will have a frame of reference. Give me an absolute trash burst, forgettable burst. You look, he deserves more. Okay, I can see that. Yep. Also, this is absolutely not like a rating on how cool a character is. It's just on their burst animation. It could be the character could have cooler bursts, and they deserve more as well. Same line of thought. Rina, please. Thank you. Chi is actually good. What do you mean? Chi is somewhere middle of the pack. At least there are some camera angle changing. You know what? To facilitate with this, we're gonna need to probably go to a video to look at all the bursts and just not draw it from our memory. You know what? Let's do that. So Genshin all burst animation. Yeah, I know. This is already a ranking. Sure, why not? Why is this at 45th? What the hell? This is actually having some animation. A cool background. All right, who would be a forgettable one? Yep, that is a pretty forgettable burst. Zhongli is definitely not. He could use more. Klee, what is Klee's? It's fine. Absolute majestic. That's... Oh! I know. I know. Such a forgettable burst, by the way. He's holding a pose, he's doing nothing, he's looking at the screen. I think we have a contender for a forgettable burst. Alright, what is she? I mean, there's at least some emotion showing in the camera angles changing. Now this is a forgettable burst. Hanari is contender for one of the worst, actually. And at least we're getting a look at her hips, right? Some animation going on, some character model moving. I'm gonna say Raiden's burst is quite simple, but at least it's badass and it's unique, I guess. Going from my standard of character and camera angle not moving much, I would actually put Raiden down low. She's around here or here. She could use a lot more. Oh, this is cool. There's at least some background changing. Like there's no background at all. What else? That is a pretty forgettable burst actually. That is still better than Ayato, I'd say. All standard character adjust except for Kaching and Mona. You know what? Jin's burst is pretty bad. Nilo is like here, I'll say. Chi-Chi, what's Chi-Chi like? At least there are some motions in the character model. What's Chi-Chi? Where is Chi-Chi? Yeah. Zhongli S tier, right? That I can agree with. Zhongli S tier, sure. It has that aura. This isn't every 5-star is on fastest. This is every 5-star up to 3 months ago. We are not caring about what order this video is ranking them. We are watching the video to see the burst animation, establishing the worst baseline for burst, and then we can just start filling characters in between. Xiao D tier for sure, forgettable. I think it at least exudes a little bit of his characteristic other than just Jin and these three. For the D tier, for the worst possible, I am looking at several criteria. First, it does not show any aspect of their character. Second, it is a very static camera screen. And third, the character's model doesn't even move that much, so there's nothing interesting to look at. So a character could still be not moving much in the camera, not moving much, but if the burst animation shows a piece of their character, then I would still consider that burst to be decent. For that reason, you know what, maybe this can happen. Kazuha's S, yes, I would consider so. Now we are putting too many people in S, and there has to be people in A. There will be competition. This is a cool animation, but it does not show anything regarding her characteristic. This is on the opposite end. Emily burst animation. I mean, I guess the background does look cool. And there's some camera movement, but this thing does not show any of her characteristic at all. So I guess she could be like low B because there is still a lot of things going on, cool things that they're designing around here. Like she's facing the opposite problem of Raiden and Xiao, where their burst shows a lot of their character, but not a lot of interesting things to look at. Xiao burst just him putting on his mask. Let me look at it. But have you seen the aura though? It's short, but it shows a lot of character in it. He's not even putting on his mask. He already has his mask on. But that's what I'm saying. He is struggling. You can see that in his body language. So now this is a kind of burst that is better than Xiao because it shows his characteristics and it has cool animation as well. Now this is something that I would put in A tier. The part of his characteristic is shown here is that his righteousness, his decisiveness. So that is the kind of criteria I'm going for here because there is a lot of nuance in just a burst animation. Still remains on the Sokaku and ZZ. Yes, yes. I mean, they are pretty much similar things, right? They are related to Oni-ish. Xiao's kind of have some Oni friends and trained by Oni, I guess. Shangyun burst is one of the bursts that is somewhat similar to Emily. It has cool animation, but it doesn't show much of her character at all. Yeah. Let me find Shangyun burst. Oh, here. It does not even show anything of her character at all. It's cool animation. So I'll put her next to Emily, which is a similar thing. You like the Sokaku burst? Yeah, the Sokaku is actually showing characteristics. She's actually putting on the mask for once. And then there's things about how she holds her weapon too. Sokaku burst animation. And it's not just her putting on a mask, right? She's also winding up for her spinning animation as well. ZZZ bursts are just so much better in general. Any ZZZ expert in here, can you tell me whether the burst animation is actually taking time in the time-sensitive content? Shield defense, does the burst actually count toward the countdown time? Okay, I see. So that's why they can afford to do more with the ZZZ burst. Because Genshin burst is actually counting down on the timer. They have to be a little bit shorter. Yeah, I mean, Inish kind of here, I guess. He has extremely cool animation, but I don't know. Does it show a lot of his character at all? Like all of these characters are here because they have cool animation and shows their character in the burst. Does Kinich actually show his character in the burst, or it's just his generic thing being Ben 10 stuff and cultural reference? Alright, now if we do have a baseline for stuff, let's just fill things in. But at least it's better than Jean. There. Actually, she's jumping up, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Like cool graphics behind her. I'm just drawing from memory at this point, but feel free to disagree after character, I try to just put my draft in. He's like putting his big club up, right? Shenhe, I cannot remember what Shenhe does. Yamiko is decent. It does show some character. I don't know. This is just straight up fan service. Yelan burst. It doesn't show anything of her character. Nahida, she's just standing there, I guess. All right, this is actually showing some character, even though he's not moving much. One of the cooler ones, I guess. No, not really. I should be a little bit more picky. I cannot remember what his name is like. It's showtime. I need to check that again. Him, it's so-so. Purina is A at most. Navia is here. She doesn't move. Shiori is here. It does show some of her character. You know what? Actually, I am comfortable with putting her here. It does show some of her character. And the animation looks cool. This is here. You know what? That is here. She's here. Salonen does show character, does look a little bit less cool though. You know what? It's either here or here. I don't think it looks cool enough. It does show her character. Chaska doesn't really show her character. Ito 8 here! You know what? I can give him here. It does show his character. Rogo's Ben 10 and unleash a horn which matches his character. What is his character? Tell me, what is his characteristic? Kiddish, other than being a character that references a lot of video games, I don't think he has any particular characteristic. You miss Chlorine? I do miss some characters. Yeah, Chlorine that. Her animation is cool. It does show the zip zap thing, I guess. So here. Okay, I need to check Lini again. I need to check Shenhe again. Baiju. Shenhe, what is her burst? Okay. There's some cool camera movement. Who else? Baiju? Let me look at Baiju real quick. You miss Chlorine, I forgot that Shenhe even excited. Yeah, we just do not see any Shenhe. You know why? Her burst is cool. It's one of the more unique one. Shame that she often uses the Shiminowa set and we do not see her burst very often. Where's Baiju? Sure, low B. And Lini, let me look at Chiori's burst again to make sure I'm not entirely biased. I think it does show her character, right? Yeah, somewhat. Does it look cool though? Let me check again. The background does look cool. See Lini. Cool camera work, some animation, does show his character actually, does show his character. It is a contender for low S. Anyone else amazing? I think that's all the released characters so far. Where do we put Barbara? Yeah, her camera angle is not fixed. It's better than Jean, that's for sure. It's better than Chai, it's better than Kiching. There we go. So she's like here. Let's order this around a little bit. I think at least the spread of the characters are decent. So there is a large amount of characters in the middle, and as we go to higher tier or lower tier, that's an even spread-ish. This amount of character in A, this amount of character in C, and similar amount of character in S as well as in D. Shows the mountains on the background so cool. Baiju A tier. Actually, let me just look at that again. Okay, fair enough. Bumps it up a little bit. You know what? It does show his character, actually. It does show. I'm not comfortable putting him above, say, Xianyon and Yelan. Let's look at Yelan again. Is it just a fan service or is it actually cool? Yeah, I think this is mostly just fan service, right? She's lower. Yep. The boss animation is not actually cool. I think I may put her lower than Neya. Yeah, I think I'll put her lower than Neya. Lower than Yai, actually. How is it fan service? Alright, bad. There we go. Does any character's burst just blatantly show their curves like this? Yes, they are. But at least the animation is cool and the camera angle is changing. For you, Nahida and Raiden Sendai, let me look back into Nahida. I think Nahida is a pretty long burst, right? But the graphics is cool. She's not moving, but at least the camera angle is moving, and the graphics of the dome is cool. I'm comfortable with putting her, and it's her characteristic, I guess. So I'm comfortable putting her here-ish. You know what? This is lower. Raiden doesn't show a lot. Like, it does show somewhat of her characteristic, I guess. Not even. She just draws sort of her booba. The camera angle is stable. It doesn't show any cool background at all. Where's Raiden? Like, it's okay. I guess the eye could be counted as a cool graphics to look at. You know what? I would count that. Actually. That bumps her up like 1 or 2. Still not as good as Yamiko. Let's order around the S tier a little bit. I think Wolani is a contender for one of the top tier. It does show her characteristic a lot, and it has a lot of cool animation. Hello? That is a sus pulse right there. Hello? The animation is so cool. All the design surrounding the shark, like any of this point we can pause and there's something cool to look at, right? And it absolutely shows her characteristic. You know what? Novolet is still S, but I'm gonna rank him a little bit lower because the animation is not much in comparison to the other. I mean, Novolet and Zhongli does have a lot of aura, but good. I'm more comfortably putting this. Right? Yeah, you can see this is the point where people rewind the most. I don't know, for some reason it taught me internet lag. She's drinking a good cold beer. Yes, indeed. Alekino is number 1 top S tier. Don't move it. So what Alekino's bus again? I think it has everything. Every criteria that we go for. Character moment, the iconic thing, and cool background, camera movement, character model movement. It's definitely up there, and it is up there. I think I'm kind of happy with the list right now. Willing to look at Venti again. Yep, and that doesn't change my opinion. Maybe he's up here in the D tier. She's here, he's here actually. Willing to look at Albedo's bus. I think what is making him not D tier is that there is a slight zoom out on his bus. Yeah, at least there's some camera angle movement, so he's not like the trash is a trash, but he's still here. Ito should be A. Alright, let's look at it again. See if I was too harsh on him. So for checkbox, there is camera movement, there is more character model movement. It shows character, it has cool design in background. You know what? Sure, let's bump him up. He can be around here. You know what? Slightly? No, Cheska is still a bit more. Maybe this. Let's look at Al Haytham's burst again. Cool, but not amazing. Her jump is so cool. I like that a lot. It's unique among the other one. Shame that we don't see her burst more often. I'll make a video out of this. You're welcome. I mean, sure, I'll just cut a video out of this. Alright, we're locking in chat. Burst animation. Trash. They deserve better. Wow, chef kiss. Show unique character. Cool animation. Cool graphics. There we go. Just put some of that there for reference. Pretty sure many people would go 360 when they see it. What do you mean by 360? I mean, it's pretty accurate. We sample a lot of opinion there. We gave everyone a fair share, a fair chance to present themselves. We look at burst animation again when we're not certain. You did one slapping sound effect because the tier list is slapper. Yeah, there we go, chat. This tier list slap. This tier list is top tier. We've accomplished that together, chat. Look at that beautiful thing. And of course, here we go. We also need a fair share of this. No error. Alright, fine. One more time.